Greetings of peace and purpose. It is your sister, Summer of Summer Solstice LLC. I wonder, can you guys see me good? It seems like the lighting is a little doom and gloom on here today. You guys have to excuse me because I'm actually live and on vacation. So I have to do things a little bit differently, but I hope you guys appreciate the set that I tried to, set up for you guys to make it look as comfortable as possible and what you're used to. But I think this is actually an upgrade, so I'm a little excited about that. And the quality is much better this week because I figured it out. I had a little glitch last week. It was looking a little shaky, but we made it work. So how was your guys' week? How was your power week and your self-mastery tools that you use for this week? Did you care? Did you care openly and abundantly? Did you give freely without space? I'm going to read it from last week too so we can do our recap. And the power, we had the power to tolerate also last week. So we're going to go over that. And again, if you guys are loving these videos and these tools, please, like, share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So make sure you guys share the video because I tell everyone, I want to reach as many souls as possible. Because so if you can imagine what you're going through, someone else is probably going through the same thing. And if you're enjoying these talks and these sessions, then I'm sure somebody else would love these talks and these sessions too. So share. Get it on out. Share, and get it out there. Hey, share, and get it out there. Ow, yeah. I love me a little jingle. My friends always make fun of me because they're like, if we're just having like a casual conversation, I will immediately, any word they use, I can come up with a song. Like, my mind's like a jukebox. It's like, put a little quarter in the jukebox, and I always come up with some type of word. So, if you are just tuning in for the first time for Mindfulness Mondays, I'm excited, and I will say, welcome. Mindfulness, what is mindfulness? I'm listening for everyone to say, mindfulness is, like we were back in school. So mindfulness is being aware of your thoughts, of your actions, of your mannerisms, of your energy at every given moment. So moment by moment, that's what mindfulness is. So we have to be mindful. So what I do every Monday is I choose a card. And I have these I always say my lovely self-mastery cards. And each card has a word on it which describes what, as a master, how you should process that. So it's like how you should be thinking with different words. So last week was caring. And I'm just going to go over it really quickly. So caring was, and here I go again, don't have my glasses. Seeing with depth and really understanding the connection and responsibility we all have towards each other. As a master, I act with a full and open heart, even if it takes extra time and takes me out of my way. So that was last week. It was caring. That's how you care. Even if it takes you out of your way, doing things with an open heart. Open and free. That's caring, Caring is just having that open heart and understanding the connection. Understanding the connection that you have with others. Because as I said last week, I am you and you are me and we are we together. So again, and I don't even know if you guys have been paying attention to my Facebook over at Summer Solstice. That's SUMERSOULSTICE on Facebook. On my page, I post beautiful, motivating posts every single day, and a lot of them this week was about shadow work. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, that's shadow work. Woo! It is a doozy. Yeah, shadow work is facing those aspects of yourself that you have repressed or that you don't like or that comes to the surface and you be trying to push them back in. And you're like, oh, or the ones that you pretend that's just not there in front of everyone else. Yeah, that shadow work is going deep within, facing you and all of your stuff and figuring out what is the source of it, healing it, and getting it right on out of there. So that's what shadow work is all about. So I've been posting all week about what you can do to heal those aspects of yourself, and I was giving out suggestions. People were like, well, what books did you read? Me personally, for my particular shadow work, I didn't read any books. I really went within. I petitioned my ancestors and the angels and the spirit guides and my guardians, and I said, listen, show me the aspects of me that needs to be worked on, that needs to be healed. And also, we all know those aspects of ourselves that we have been hiding and stuffing and all of that good stuff. We know. So a lot of us are like, well, I don't really know. Like, what? Oh, you do. So again, I even put a post up, was talking about those aspects that you see in others when we're always putting the fingers like, oh, well, such and so, she's always nasty, or such and so, she's always sad, or such and so, she's always angry, or, he walks around with this type of demeanor, and and you're pointing. And guess what? I tell people, when you point those fingers, guess what? You see those three little bad boys right there? They point right back at you. Right back at you, because everyone that is in your circle is a reflection of you, whether you like to recognize that or not. Because I guarantee you, if you really sat and you thought about it, you did a little bit of introspection, you would say, you know what, at times I did do that. I have had that demeanor a few times. Because a lot of times, we don't want to recognize ourselves. And so guess what the universal energy does? Sends people right your way to show you. And I've done it. Because I remember, I think I had an ex, it was one of my exes, and I was just like, you know what? He can be such an a-hole. I kept saying, like, his attitude is just... And when I tell you that Spirit said to me, you think about that for a minute. What times have you acted like that? And it's not, they don't call us an a-hole as women. We get the B word. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, how many times have you been like that? Take a look at yourself. Take a look at yourself and those things in others that annoy you. You know what I mean? That annoy you so much or aggravate you. Because 9 times out of 10, you can find those same aspects in you. Because that's why those people are still in your life. Because then I say to people, okay, well, that person is this or that. Then why are they still in your life? Why do you still have them in your life? Why haven't they gone anywhere? Why haven't you said, you know what? I can't deal with the way this person shows up, or, how I perceive this being. So I'm going to, get them out of my life. You can't, because guess what? At the end of the day, the law of attraction is just that. You attract what you are, or what you need in order to change or to elevate to the next level. So again, if these aspects are showing up in others and you recognize them and it's disturbing you, you need to go within and say, why does this aspect of this being disturb me so much? Why does this bother me? Because at the end of the day, we're supposed to be open enough, caring enough to allow beings to be exactly who they are. You want other people, to accept who you are and all of your stuff, right? But yet and still, we will sit and we will judge others for being who they are. Yeah, think about that. Let's marinate that. It's like, yeah, we do. Because in a minute, we'll be like, well, that's just me, right? We'll say that to people in a minute. Well, that's just me, and they're going to have to accept it. But let them do something disturbing, that you don't like, and you be like, I just really wish they would just be differently. It's like, you can't be like that. You can't be like that. You have to allow the space for people to be exactly who they are. And let me explain something to you. When you are no longer that, all of a sudden people will start falling away out of your life. And you'd be like, dang, I haven't spoke to such and so in a long time. Or, dang, we haven't hung out in a while. Because it's just like a magnet. I tell people, you have the magnets that attract. They like this. But sometimes you get those magnets, it's like no matter what you do, you can't put them together. You know what that is? That's energy in there. That's what that is. It's energy. Magnets create energy. There's an attraction. But when they're not attracted, it is nothing you can do to put them things together. And that's how it is with people that we connect with or disconnect with, people that are in our lives. When you are at a different stage, your energy changes. So you're no longer attracting that energy. It's just really that simple. You can't attract it. You can't attract it. So it's like, all of a sudden, they're just going to fall out of your life. Just fall on out of your life. And you're just going to be like, oh, wow, I feel differently. I feel differently. And so that's what it's about. So getting back to the shadow work, that's all it is. It's just really looking at those aspects of yourself that, again, like you try to hide from beings, or maybe some people have recognized in you, or, it's past traumas, past hurts. It's time to heal from those things. It's time to sit it on down. Okay, sit yourself on down, because that's what I had to do too. You sit yourself on down and you look deep within, and you say, why am I triggered by this? Why am I sad? Why am I angry? Why am I walking around like pretending? Why am I putting on this mask? All those things. Shadow, 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 shadow. Sit yourself down, do some introspection, go through it, bring it to the surface, find that experience that led to you operating in this way, because that's what you have to do. You got to go deep within. I said to you guys last week, I just discovered something about myself, about being like having an anger or aggressiveness when I was speaking to certain males, especially, because I'm single. So, I have my brothers, in the DMs all the times. But, a brother had to bring it to my attention. Like, you're a little aggressive. And I'm like, I'm not aggressive. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm so nice as pie. And in my daily life, I am. But when it came to like, relationships or interacting with men on that level, I came up very aggressive. And I had to go deep with things. I didn't want to hear it. And a lot of us, we don't want to hear it. We will be like, you know what? I don't know what they're talking about. And a lot of times, again, God, the universal energy, the essence, the all, the everlasting, the all loving will send beings into your life to give you messages. And because you're so closed-minded and you think you know everything and can't nobody tell you anything, you will not hear. And there's a difference between listening and hearing, I tell people. One is just like, whoop, whoop, whoop. That's what the ears do. The words go in, you hear the sounds resonate, and you hear some words. You know what I mean? But then to take it all in and to really sit with it, that's the difference. So I had to go sit with myself, and I said, well, you know what? Am I aggressive? And I was like, okay, well, why am I aggressive? And again, I sat down in my meditation, because I've been in isolation, I'm telling you guys, for like the last month and a half. I haven't really gone outside and maybe to like go to the grocery store, but that is it, because I am serious about getting this work done so that I can transcend to the highest level of consciousness. You know what I mean? I'm not playing any games, because it's healing time. The energy that is here right now on the earth is calling for us to let go of all our past traumas, hurts, pains, all the nonsense, all the mess that does not serve us, that is holding us back. Because a lot of us, like I said, are wondering why we can't manifest in the way in which we want to manifest, and why these obstacles keep coming our way, and why we can't do this and we can't do that, and this keeps happening. It's because you have some stagnant energy up in you that needs to be healed. You got some mess up in there that needs to be let go of, and you're holding on to it for dear life. I did a post about that too. It's like some of us, there is something that you're getting out of your suffering. And I know. You're going to be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Think about it. Why would you want to be depressed? Why do you want to be angry? Why do you want to carry around this certain persona? It's like a shield. That's what it is. It's a protective shield. Because at the core of our beings, we are love. Okay? We were created in love. So us walking around with those types of demeanors is not who we are. It is not who we are. So you have to go back again and be like, So I sat and I said, I'm aggressive. Why am I aggressive? And then I thought about it, because it always goes back to what I tell you guys. The hypnagogic stage, childhood. that, again, I had experienced, and I don't know if I had shared with you guys, rape and molestation since I was 3 years old. So I was raped and molested from 3 to about 13, years young, shall I say. I never like to say old, but, and, it was brought to my awareness that my growth had been stunted at that particular age. And people were saying to me, like, you have a lot of masculine energy, it's a lot of masculine energy. And I'm like, yeah, of course I have a lot of masculine energy. That energy was dumped into me over and over again at a very young age, and I didn't know what to do with it at that particular time. So, I held it within. But it's a lot of things that came out of that I was so unaware of. And this aggression was a part of it, because I not only had the rape and molestation from like 3 to 13, but it was a lot of domestic violence that I grew up around. So it was always men constantly beating on women, constantly demeaning women, constantly being disrespectful to women. And I always had this attitude, like, I will never allow anyone to disrespect me. I will never, allow a man to put his hands on me, even though, again, experiencing the rape and molestation was something that was kind of, it was interesting, out of my control, because it was on my mom's side. I couldn't control it so much, being that it was family. And then when I went to my dad's, when he was aware enough for me to go over there, it was a lot of violence, domestic violence on that side. And then I had to prevent myself from being raped and molested by, like friends, of the family on that side. So it was this constant battle. I was constantly in the awareness of protect myself. I was always on alert. Because everywhere I went, I was being sexually, attacked, and so I had to sit with myself and realize that that's where my aggression, was coming from. I was still playing out, that defensive mechanism, and I was still on guard with the most precious part of myself, which is that little girl. We all have that little girl and little boy still running around in us, trying to heal from the experiences, that we had in our lives. And, people ask me all the time, I know some of you might be like, well, she is smiling talking about being raped and molested. Why is she smiling? There's nothing to smile about. It's not funny. No, it has nothing to do with humor. It has nothing to do with humor and everything to do with healing, the other H. I like that. Not humorous, but healing. And so when you have sat with yourself and you have healed that inner child, you can smile, because guess what? I told you guys, I think it was 2 weeks ago, you are still here. And if you are still here functioning in your right mind, and you are doing well for yourself, and you are living, because I told you there's a difference between surviving and living. Surviving is a struggle. Like every day you gotta struggle, to survive, to make it. Living is being and flowing with whatever comes to you, and you're just flowing along, and all is well, and you are safe, and no matter what obstacles that gets thrown your way, you know that it's all a test. It's all a test. It's all experience. It's all there. Again, I tell you guys all the time, for you to stretch and for you to grow and for you to break out of some of these chains that we still had ourselves in. These chains of trauma, these chains of hurt, all of these chains, you got to break them. You got to break them, because they can only hold you if you allow them to hold you. They only can hold you. Give it the power. I'm telling you. The experiences that I drew to myself in this life journey, I used to sit back like, why? I used to be like, what is happening? Woe is me. I used to lay and just be contemplating like, I don't understand. But as you heal and as you go in and you see how those things was building blocks for you, because you are stronger than ever. You are more powerful than ever. You are a powerful being. Think about the things that you have been through, that you have lived through. That is the universe's way, or your higher self. Your higher self showing you that you are powerful. You have the willpower of the gods. You have the willpower, the power of the gods. Because you have lived. And you can tell your story like I'm telling mine. And you can assist the other being to allow them to know that they are powerful too. You are powerful. There is nothing that you have experienced or that has come into your life that wasn't a drawing to you to show you something. And we have to get out of the idea, and I know many of you are like, I'm trying to hear you. I'm trying to hear you, sister, but you don't know. You don't know. Trust me, you'd be surprised about what I know. This being that sits here before you today with this radiant smile, and everyone's like, oh, your energy is so great, has been through some things. And as each week, I will share more with you. And as I said, that if you need some extra and this setting doesn't work for you, I do empowerment sessions. I have empowerment sessions where I'm like, I will help you peel back those layers, and I will help you understand the perspective in order to help you to heal. So you can sign up on my website, www.sumersolstic.com. I am here for you. I am here for you. And it's time. And I get excited about every client, every person that I have that contacts me. I am excited for you, and they can tell you, I guess we should do testimonials. They can tell you that they're like, she really helped to change my life. Because I'm telling you, once you change the conversation up in here, once you change the conversation from you being like a victim and victimizing yourself, because that's what you do. Like when we keep thinking about what happened to us and what we've been through and what's going on, you victimize yourself over and over and over and over again. I don't want you to be in that space. I want you to see love when you see you. I want you to see unlimited possibilities when you are looking at yourself in the mirror. That's what I want you to see. I want you to see power. Okay? All right. I know, they're like, what's the tools? What's the tools for the week? What's the tools for the week? So last week was caring, as I said, and we also had the powers. Give me my little sunflowers, fella. Love the sunflowers. Last week we had the power to tolerate. And I'm just going to read this really quickly so that everyone can be reminded. It said, praise and criticism do not affect me. Changing states of sickness and health or wealth and poverty are mere scenes in life's drama. I align myself with my true nature and eternal qualities. So that's what I was just saying to you guys. Sickness and health or wealth or poverty, the up and the down, the ebb and the flow, they're just scenes that we're playing out just to see what we're made of, just to see what type of strength, to see whether we're going to respond or react, because there's a difference. Reaction is is impulsive, and you're just working on your feelings. That's when you react. But to respond, that means you sit with it. You tap into that wisdom, and you hear from your higher self, and you say, now what is the best all-around energy? How I should go forth in this situation. That's what responding is. So, okay. Here we go. Now. Here we go. What's the tools? Here we go. Now. Here we go. What's the tools? Here we go. Now. Here we go. What's the tools for the week? Hey. What's the message for the week? Hey. I need to make a jingle to go with all this stuff, right? Because I know my I don't even know if that was in tune or what. But guess what? It's my little song, so. All right, let's see. What is the self-mastery tool for today? Calling upon the energies of the angels and the ancestors of love who have healed and have moved on. What is the self-mastery? They're all fumbly today. They won't let me do it right. Okay, here we go. One last shuffle. Bam, we just gonna pick it from the top. And the self-mastery tool for the week is healing. You see? I love it when, the ancestors and the ancients just talk. They just talk. Was I not just talking about healing? And then we're card full. The healing card. Healing. And it reads, gradually my old self falls away. My sorrow is lost and my anxiety fades. As a master, I experience irreversible positive change. I become whole. I get overexcited about these things. I am telling you guys, and I pull these calls random so we can pull them together so we can be just as surprised, so people are like, oh, well, she chooses these cards ahead of time so she knows what's going on. No. I allow the spirit, the universal essence, the all-powerful, all-knowing to choose. So here we go. Healing. I'm going to read it again. Gradually, my old self falls away. My sorrow is lost and my anxiety fades. As a master, I experience irreversible positive change. I become whole. Woo! Woo! We got to breathe deep on that one. So, every time we get something good, we got to just settle, putting your feet on the ground wherever you are. If you can't put your feet on the ground, it's okay. Just relax. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. And on each exhale, we're going to say, I am whole. All right? I am whole. So here we go. Putting your feet on the ground. We're going to inhale. And when I tell you, when we inhale, we expand the diaphragm and we expand the chest. And then we exhale through the chest and then exhale through the diaphragm. So here we go. On the count of 3. And 1, 2, 3. Inhale deep. Exhale. And say, I am whole. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Blow it all out. And I am whole. And the last time. Inhale. Exhale. Blow it all out. Blow all that mess out. Let it all go. And say, I am whole. Ashe. All right. Let's dig into this. Gradually, my old self falls away. My sorrow is lost and anxiety fades. Why? Because as a master, I experience irreversible positive change. As a master, you experience change. I tell people all the time, the only thing that is constant is change. That's what's constant. You can look forward to change because each and every new day is a new possibility to do something different. Every moment, forget about day, every moment allows you to do something different. So change is constant. Woo, and just like your thoughts. So, when you're feeling doom and gloom, I used to be like sitting in my gloomness, sitting. And, the little voice was just like, you have a choice. Don't ever act like you don't have a choice as to how you're feeling because it's all in here. You have the choice to say, you know what? I'm not going to think that thought anymore. I'm not going to resonate with that anymore. It is your choice. The healing is your choice. Because as a master, what you experience, you have the energy, the mindset to choose how you're going to respond or react to that. So your sorrow is lost, as it's stating. Your anxiety is lost. It fades away. Your old self fades away. Because change is inevitable. The only reason why change stops is because you stop. And you make a decision to say, this is not going to change. I'm not going to change. This situation's not going to change. She's not going to change. They're not going to change. He's not going to change. We're not going to change. That's the only reason why your healing stops. That's the only reason why you're having anxiety. Anxiety comes from a lack mindset, that you don't have all that you need in order to be the greatest version of yourself. Or what I like to say, the most authentic version of yourself. That's where that comes from. That fear. Fear is a low vibrational energy. Anxiety is a low vibrational energy. That's not who we are. And that's why in meditation, you must always sit with yourself. And I tell people, when that monkey brain starts jumping around and you're in your meditation and you're like, all these thoughts is coming, boop, 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 it's dancing, mind just dancing, doing all types of robot. I mean, it's dancing. You have to sit and just deep breath, bringing yourself back to awareness, and you just say, who am I? Who am I? And bring yourself back to center and focus on that light, or focus on your affirmation, or focus on whatever it is you need the answer to. Keep bringing yourself back. Every time that mind starts to dancing, and it'll go away eventually as you continue to sit with yourself. Because it's about reprogramming, again, like I said, your subconscious mind. As I said last week, this is all about reprogramming your state of mind. We have been programmed through so many different things, whether, television, radio, other people, that we're around. We've been programmed to have a lack mindset and to think that we are not worthy, we're lowly then, and we are just this and that. No, you are exactly who you say you are, and that's it. So if you're walking around, I am great, I am powerful, I am love, I am serenity, I am bliss, I am joy, I am divine caring, I am divine healing, I am abundant. Money flows to me easily, freely, and effortlessly through multiple resources during multiple times of the day. You stand on that. I am the wealth. Okay? I am the wealth. I am abundance. I am love. All these things. When you are speaking to yourself, over yourself, through yourself, in yourself, around yourself, all the self, you will reprogram your mind. And as soon as those negative thoughts start coming, you're going to be like, boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to start replacing them immediately with positive thoughts. Because that's exactly what I did. As soon as any negative thought goes in my mind, I'm like, I am loved. I am divinely loved. I am divinely supported. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? What are you talking about? You are divine. And you need to know that you are divine. All right. As a master, I experience irreversible positive change. I become whole. Yeah, you become whole. A lot of us, we're so fragmented. A lot of us, we don't know who we are. Because trust me, I was in that same boat. I'm like, well, I'm this, I'm this, and I'm this, and I'm this, and I'm this. And one day, a brother had to tell me, all of it is you. It's all you. Stop separating yourself. Like people, you see me here, you're like, oh my gosh, you're love and you're so sunshiny. Yes, that is me. But there's, I tell people there's alternates. I got alternates like everyone else. I have a sensual goddess within me. That's my, that does the art of femininity, classes for my sisters and sisters. If you want to know more about that, contact your sister on that too. So yeah, I have a sensual, goddess within me who understands the divine feminine and is in tune with that. And, she has her walk and way of being. But that's in a certain setting. In a certain setting, she comes out. In this setting, we get the fairy, She's all about love, and I just want to sprinkle some gold love dust down on everyone. And trust me, she's coming. She's coming. Oh, yeah, the fairy's coming. She's going to come out soon. But, yeah, I just want to sprinkle love dust all over everybody. I'm like, come, give me a hug, bring it in. Love you. Like, this is not like a show. This is not some persona that I put on. Like, this is an aspect of me. I came here to love. I came here to do exactly what I'm finally doing now. Is putting all this lovey stuff out here to you guys. Helping you to heal. To understand that you are not, at the end of the day, your experience. You have experienced your experiences. And yes, they have helped to shape and mold you, but they're past. They're past. And you got to go forward with it. And that's when you become whole. That's when you experience that irreversible change. And there's no going back. There's no going back to that old self, that old stuff. It's back there for a reason. You'd be like, hey, you. I'll see you back there, but I don't want no parts of you. I don't want no parts of you. You was that. Thank you. And you got to thank it. Thank those experiences. Thank them. Be grateful for them. Because again, if you have become a greater version of you because of those experiences, then what's bad about that? Nothing. If you can go to somebody else and share your story and help them along, guess what? That experience was great. When you can put a smile on someone else because they're like, you understand. How many of you have actually sat down, right, with other people and have been like, wow, I understand. I understand. And forgive me, I see there's a few people watching. I'm like, greetings to everyone. I don't know why my comments is not working. I'm telling you, I'm still trying to work out these kinks. The one thing I'm not is like technologically savvy. So forgive me if you guys are commenting and I cannot see your comments. I promise you I will fix it next week. I don't know what this is. I've tried so many different things. Someone help me out that's technologically savvy. Okay. So I appreciate all your comments, and I promise you, if you guys are leaving comments, I will go back and I will respond to all of your comments. Promise you. So in that healing, let me just be aware of my time. In that healing, you become whole. Okay, so do that work, guys. Do that work. That shadow work in there. Face yourself. I'm telling you, you're going to be happy that you did. You're going to be happy that you did. Trust. Okay, now we're moving on to what is your power for the week. What's your power? Ooh, power. Power. I got the power. Ooh, that's even better, right? Remember that song? It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. What? That was the song, right? I got the power. Okay, here we go. What's the power? Here we go. Pulling that power card is. Woo! Oh, we had that. We keep getting like the power to tolerate. We did that actually week before last, but keep getting that power to tolerate. What's that about? Here we go. The power to withdraw. And it reads, behind this forehead is a small room of light. Therein I, the soul, am a shimmering star, safe, calm, and protected. My inner eye sees just what I should do. I'm going to read it again. I got to. And again, I always tell you guys, write this down. That's why I repeat it, so that you can write it down and you can keep referencing it throughout the week. So when you have a situation, you be like, what was my power? What is my power? What is my self-mastery tool for this week? Reiterate it. And again, reprogramming. So behind this forehead is a small room of light. They say small. I'm going to say gigantic, because guess what? You have no idea the power that we are. We actually became small to come to this earth. To put the galaxy, because that's what we are the galaxy in physical form in this vessel. So we had to condense ourselves. Our light was like all over the place, and we had to condense it into this small little vessel here. So behind this forehead is a gigantic room of light, I'm gonna say. Therein I, the soul, am a shimmering star. Yes, your soul is the brightest star in your galaxy within this vessel right now, shining, knowing exactly who you are, because that is the superconscious. That's the soul. The soul knows exactly who you are. Meanwhile, the subconscious is like filled with all your experiences and your past and all of that, and it's filtering that out to the conscious mind, and that's how you operate every day. People think that we're consciously operating in our thought at that moment. No, you're operating from the subconscious mind and all that you put up in there. But meanwhile, the soul is sitting back like, I'm just here shining, waiting for you to understand you can shine with me. Yeah. So, I, the soul, am a shimmering star, safe, calm, and protected. You are safe, calm, and protected when you know who you are, when you know that you are a shimmering, shining, huge ball of light sitting all up in here. And behind here is what? Your pineal gland, okay? Waiting for you to open it up and expand it so you can open up all the source, okay? All of the pathway, shall I say, the highway to all that you desire. All that you desire is right here, behind there. Starting with your thoughts. So my inner eye sees just what I should do. So you have to go within. You have to go within and figure out exactly what you should do. Go within to understand that you are the light. Okay? Understand that you are the source. The source is through you, and that you can draw upon this source at any given time. That you are calm, you are safe, and you are protected. You are. All you got to do is get behind that forehead. Get behind this big old thick thing. I know it's thick. It's like thick. It's thick, right? Real hard. But get behind it. Go within. I tell people you have to seek and demand your clarity. People think that you're supposed to go and feeling like, you low, and it's like, oh, I'm begging and I'm pleading. No. You came here to fulfill a purpose. The ancients understand that. Your ancestors understand that. The universal energy, God, understands that. So you have to demand, but you demand it in love. Like, I demand to know who I am. You speak to yourself. Speak to yourself and demand it. Show me. Make it clear. Make it plain. So that I may fulfill my purpose and walk in my light constantly without having any wayward emotion or wayward energy with it at all. So you have to go within. There is a gigantic room of light within you. You are light. You are love. You are life. You are protected. You are safe. You are calm. I told people there's a difference between calm. Like, what's the difference between peace and calm? Peace is like moment by moment. You can have like little moments of peace where you're like, you get your exhale on, you can have that moment. But calm is a constant state of being. Calm is being able to flow in all situations, no matter what is going on in your life. You are just calm. And I told you guys the greatest episode that I saw of that was like Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm sure there's like so many different movies, but that one was like in particular the one that always stood out. In the midst of all those bombs and everybody fighting and killing each other all around him, he had that slow motion walk. And he was just slow walking, like, because when you know who you are and you know that you are safe and you are protected and all is well, because you have the power of your ancestors not only behind you but to the side of you and in the front of you, and your angels is all around, and everything is working out for your good no matter what it is, you'll have a state of calm. And trust me, it take a little work. It does. I'm not sitting up here. I tell you guys all the time. I'm not sitting up here saying to you that it's easy, but guess what? It is if you just say it is. You say it is, and you're like, I'm working through this thing. I'm easy breezy. Woo! Whatever comes my way, I'm flowing through it. Oh, that's next. Stay calm. There's been so many times in my life, I'm telling you guys, where I could have been a wreck. Like I said, this year alone. How many of us could have been wreck city? Like, minds could have been all over the place, and we could have, this has been a doozy. But some of us, guess what? We chose to stay calm. We chose to stay in our light, and we chose to just be like, my ancestors got me. The angels, the guardians, my spirit guides is guiding me all the way. So guess what? No matter what you throw at me, I'm good. I am all the way good. I'm resting in this greatness. I'm resting in knowing. I'm like one of my said to tell me, shout out to Uma. She said, you got to know that you know that you know that you know. And guess what? I know. And you know. And if you don't know, you will know, because I'm putting that out there for you right now. You will have your clarity. You will know that you are great. You will know that you are safe. You will know that you are protected. You will know that you are a constant state of calm. a constant state of being. You're in a constant state of being and living. Let's inhale, exhale on that. Inhale, knowing that you are a constant state of calm. Inhale and know that you are protected. Inhale and know that you are in a constant state or constantly surrounded by love. Inhale that. Didn't that feel divine? Whew. I'm smiling. I'm smiling for you guys. I am so smiling that this platform was created for us to share in this way. Shout out again to Inglewood Virtual Recreation in Inglewood, New Jersey for this beautiful platform. I'm shouting out and giving all the love to everyone that tunes in on Mindfulness Mondays every week. Please share. Actually, if you don't get to see it here, you can go over to my IGTV channel at Summer Solstice, SUMER, SOULSTICE. I started my YouTube channel too, so if you guys can please go over there and subscribe and share for me. It's Summer Solstice as well, SUMER, SOULSTICE. Woo! Almost made that a little rhyme, right? But please, yes, go over and subscribe. I'm going to be putting actually more stuff on my particular channel. I'm going to be doing some Thoughtful Thursdays I'm going to create. I'm going to have Sensual Sounds Saturday. I'm going to be doing a little bit of SMR for you guys. I'm going to be doing some Sensual Sundays for my sisters. I'm going to be starting a lot of things because, again, mind, body, and spirit must be one in order to create what I tell you guys, that tetrahedron, that triangle. Yes, the oneness. They must all be balanced. So, And again, if you have loved this session and you would like a little bit more private, not even a little bit more, but exclusively private and intimate session with me to empower yourself so that you can be feeling good, I can help you with that. Go over to my website, www.summer, solstice, SOULSTICE.com, and book you an empowerment session. You just go under services and you'll see empowerment sessions. So book a session with your sister and we can help you to start to live. All right. Until next time, remember, please share. Sharing is caring. And remember, your self-mastery tool for this week was what? Healing. So let's do some work. Face yourself. Talk to yourself. Get that mirror out. Write down all the aspects of you that you know come from your experiences that you want to change. Get that healing going. And remember that you have the power to withdraw. Tap in like the bank. Go take a withdrawal from yourself and know that what? You are a shimmering star. That you have the galactic light within you. I love you guys. I love you. Peace, love, and light. Go out and share some of that light.